Getting right into it. Welcome to Dispatches from Shed Quarters. This is Mike.
And Jason.
So, feeling better, huh, I hear?
Getting better, yeah.
That's good. You had the
Not quite 100%, but not far off.
What was it, just sniffles?
I don't know.
Or?
Saturday, I started getting a fever and had the chills like constantly and feeling a little stuffed up, but not too bad. But that fever stuck with me for a few days.
It was, well, I think there was a little bit of a flu going around because my dad got sick last week as well. So he was...
I did have a little bit of nausea and whatnot, but it wasn't too bad. But it was the fever that was really getting me.
Did you enjoy the dreams?
I didn't quite get to that level.
Oh, those are the best.
They can be. They can also be pretty terrifying.
That's true, too.
So I was at the Chatham-Kent International Film Festival, and I couldn't stay. I could not get comfortable. I had shirt, I had a sweater on, and my winter coat.
Oh, jeez.
And it wasn't enough. I could not get comfortable.
Just so cold and hot and sweaty and chills and sounds like the plague.
It wasn't fun.
No, I wouldn't think it would be.
Leading into show week, and that's not a good time, right? So I got some Buckleys and been fighting it and getting better. So
Buckleys.
Not the liquid. I didn't go liquid this time. I'm in the past. I'll shoot it straight out the bottle.
Oof. Well, I remember Magoon used to do that. Yep. We would go to the comic book shop, and he was feeling under the weather, and he can't close the store, and he's drinking it straight out of the bottle. It's just like, oh.
Well, you know how Buckley's works, right? It's not like a chemical thing.
No.
It just scares the shit out of you.
Yeah, absolutely, because nobody in their right mind wants to take Buckley's for any reason at all. That's
probably the most accurate marketing campaign ever. It tastes awful, but it works.
Yeah. It's like the nuclear option of medicine.
Pretty much.
And it's just...
When it comes to cold and flu, that is.
I think that's a strictly Canadian thing, isn't it? Buckley's?
No, I don't think so. Okay. I don't know.
If any of our American friends are listening, tell us.
Yeah.
Tell us if you have Buckley's.
Hey, Dave.
Dave,
we know you're listening.
Somebody in the States has to know what Buckley's is.
Yeah.
And not anybody close to a Canadian border.
Yeah. That doesn't count. That's cheating.
Yeah. But, I'm going to do this and get it out of the way. A little administration. This podcast is available. Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Google Play Store, Jay's Modcast Podcast Network. We're exclusively available on that network.
Nice.
So you can also find this show on just about every podcast app that's out there. So wherever you get your podcasts, you should be able to find Dispatches from Shed Quarters. Follow us on Twitter. I'm at IML5292. You're at... I
don't hardly use Twitter.
Doesn't matter.
I think I'm out at Count Beishi, probably. I'd have to double check.
This is a great plug for social media.
I don't use it.
Well, okay.
I read a bit of it, but I don't.
Well, I try to include you in just about everything that I do when it comes to Dispatches from Shed Quarters. That's on Twitter that you can follow at IML5292. And I'm assuming Count Beishi at Count Beishi.
I'm going to find out in a second if my
do you even have the Twitter app?
At Count Beishi, right there.
At Count Beishi, okay.
At Count Beishi.
All right. It's not whiskey, it's coffee.
Well, it is earlier than normal, so.
No, it's 11 o'clock. No, that's cool.
But earlier than when we normally record.
Normally, yes. You said it was that, and I have to go
morning show version. Waka, waka, waka.
Oh, yeah.
Here, let me get my sound effects board.
No. No. So how was the Chatham-Kent International Film Festival for what you saw of it?
What I saw of it, I have already... Being on the submissions committee, I already saw everything, right?
Yeah.
But from what I could see, that the attendance wasn't great, but they did have faces there. There were butts in the seats for a few of the blocks that I was there. Not a lot, but there were some. I think the biggest thing is the timing. They picked the wrong weekend. The last weekend before Halloween, everybody had Halloween parties and stuff. And so they're already planning for next year, and it's going to be in September. So they're working
better
on that.
window.
And they're gonna break it up, I think, over 2 days. But that's still planning stages. So.
Okay.
But the growing pains, you learn your lessons, and you modify. Right?
First one out of the gate. Even just to get some people in the seats, that's a huge step in the right direction, because Chatham is notoriously bad at supporting new stuff.
Yep.
You have to be a winner. You have to, I live down the street from the hockey arena, and I can tell when it's a winning season for the Maroons and when it's a losing season for the Maroons, because that parking lot and the parking across from my house, if it's a winning season, the place is jam-packed. And if they're on a losing season, you could fire a cannon through that parking lot and not disturb anybody.
Wow.
It's yes or no. There's no
middle ground.
No middle ground. And it's every year I can see it. And when baseball's going on, when the Diamonds are having a good year, same thing. No place to park at all, because this town supports a winner. And this is one of those things that I don't get it about this town. Everybody's complaining about, there's nothing to do here. But when somebody does bring something into town, like hockey, baseball, film festivals, wrestling, this, that, and the other thing, everybody goes, it's in Chatham. It can't be any good.
Yeah.
And we're going this is what you wanted.
Exactly.
And we're giving it to you.
You want options. We're giving you options.
Yeah.
You want to complain about there not being any options. Well, guess what? You're not taking advantage of the options when we're giving them to you.
No, not at all. And I said, looking at the casino, I'm anecdotally, I've seen a giant drop off, in parking lot attendance.
From what I can see, I drive by it every day, and it's definitely seen different from when it first opened. So
I think
already, and it's only been a month.
Has it been only a month?
Maybe two at most.
That,
Still, it's a noticeable difference. In
absolutely.
the time.
They said I don't know. They said the shine fell off that diamond in a big hurry. I don't know.
No, it's still making money. No worry. There's no worries there.
I'm not worried about a casino not making money by any stretch, but they have already fucked up the buffet.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm just this is the only reason I would go into that place, was the buffet part of the restaurant.
Yep.
And they fucked it up. And
I haven't been yet either. I haven't set foot in that place yet.
The front restaurant is pretty good. They got some good stuff.
I heard that the Match restaurant is good, a little bit pricey, but good. But it's also you can't walk into that place. I know of at least 4 different people who have spontaneously decided to go there, walk in. Oh, you don't have a reservation. You can't. We can't seat you. But yet they look, and there's half the places has empty tables.
Yeah. Okay.
So what the hell?
Yeah, that's bullshit. Because,
and I know, again, 4 different couples that have run through that.
Yeah, there's been a couple times where Mags and I have gone, and like I said, we've just walked in, never asked us once for a reservation at Match.
Wow.
So maybe it was the friends keeping the riffraff out.
I don't know.
Was it you?
No, it wasn't me. I told you I haven't set foot in that place.
Who was it?
Huh? I'm not going to say names on here. I don't want to get in trouble from that.
Oh, what are you worried about? What are they going to do? They don't listen to the show.
Let's moving on. You're hitting a sore spot.
Oh,
moving on.
All right. Quit being a big baby about it.
I ain't a big baby about it.
Listen to you. No, my mom says I'm cool.
So here we go. This is what I'm going to get for our morning show. Is this the treatment I'm going to get?
I've been up since 6 o'clock. I'm on afternoons. I shouldn't have to be up at 6 o'clock, but my dumbass is just programmed to 6 o'clock.
Yeah, me too. I managed to stay in bed till almost 8, but I woke up at 6 for the morning pee as usual.
I would fucking kill to be able to sleep into 8. Sleep straight through.
I can't. I can never sleep straight through. My body just automatically, 6 o'clock bing. Gotta go pee.
I know.
Bing.
That's just
Yep.
just one of those. I would love to get like a legit 8 hours of sleep.
I'm just glad it's not 5 in the morning anymore. That's what one body got used to at Home Depot.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Well,
because I had to be to work 4-6.
that's my gig. Every other week, it said I have to get up at 5 o'clock to be in for the 6 o'clock shift. It's just like that alarm clock.
Adulting is hard.
Oh, fuck! I hate that word. Fuck! Every time I hear something, adulting, I want to slap the living fuck right out of that person. Lean in a little bit here. Fucking, I wish I could get across.
Ow!
Yeah, there you go. Oh, I fucking hate that word. Hate it with a passion. Adulting. Shut up. Fucking, you're a grown ass adult. Act like it. Fucking talk like an adult.
That's just it. The ones who've adopted that term are the ones that don't know how to be an adult.
That's their fucking
They
problem.
weren't raised right. They weren't taught right.
Well, that's true.
That self-entitlement bullshit. Yep.
I've seen some of my smart friends on Facebook go, I did a good job of adulting today. I wanted to reach through the fucking screen like Samara on the J-horror, whatever the fuck movie it was, and just grab him by the fucking neck and fucking shake him 3 or 4 hours.
Wow, I had no idea you felt so strongly about this.
Maybe. That fucking word. It makes me believe.
Let me write this down.
Oh, it's recorded for posterity's sake. You can go back and listen to this fucking rant for as long as you want it. But my parents, your parents, did you ever hear that fucking word come out of their mouth? No. Why? Because they were adults.
Yep.
And they never fucking talk like that. No. So why are we any different at this age than they were?
Again, we didn't create it. It's this latest generation that created that
fuck
term.
those guys. And they're stupid
post
baby.
millennials, I think they're called now. Whatever. I don't know. I can't keep track of that shit. But they're the ones that have that. Again, they're not prepared properly because of the failure of either their raising, their upbringing, or the school system. Whatever the reason for it, they're not prepared for true adult life. And then they came up with this term because it makes it sound all cutesy, blah blah blah. So it's not, we didn't do it. We didn't create it.
No, but you're perpetuating it by saying it.
I was being funny, dude.
No, it's not funny.
I forgot my flag. Okay.
It's not funny at all. It's frustrating and it's dumb. Grown ass adults. Pay your bills. Don't smoke crack. That's all you need to do.
But I like
But
crack.
you like crack? Yeah. It's a show week, right?
Yeah.
I need that fucking high.
Exactly. It's what gets me through, man. Just a little hit, man.
There's no such thing as a little hit of crack, man. Crack is whack.
No.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Just a little taste, man. Just a little taste.
No such thing as a little taste. A little taste of heroin, maybe. Fucking. There you go.
Ooh. That'd make for an interesting night.
Yeah. Probably not. Do you know what it makes for an interesting night? Absinthe.
Really?
Oh.
Never tried it.
It is. If you're not ready for
No,
it.
are you talking true absinthe?
True absinthe.
Okay. Which has what, LSD or something?
No, wormwood.
Wormwood.
Which is actually a poison, but it makes for interesting colors. And I was at a festival years and years and years ago, and I was sitting there talking to some friends, and a mutual friend come up and she hands us a flask. She goes, "Here, try some of this." Whatever. I don't know. Take it back. Take a big slug. It was like, whoa. I am not ready for this.
Did it hit you instantly?
No. But as soon as I took a big sip of it, I went, I know exactly what this is, and I'm not ready for this. And about 10, 15 minutes later, that's when it hit me. Because I knew I was in trouble because I was sitting there, I was talking to a friend, and they had a bunch of tiki torches laid out. Or not laid out, staked out. And I turned my head, and everything went.
Oh, the vapor trails?
The vapor trails, then it locked in this place. I went, I think I need to sit down.
When you said you're not prepared for this, I was expecting to say you lashed yourself to a tree or something.
Oh, they were like, well, he said, when the vapor trails of the light, and it said, the scene kind of blurred effect, and then it locked in. As I stopped moving, I went, I think I should sit down because I don't think I can manage walking.
Gravity may be a problem.
Gravity, yeah, gravity. No, gravity would be fine because it's like just pull your ass down right to the ground and just like you're gonna stay here for a little bit, aren't you? Yep, sure am. Gravity. So, but that
gravity's just a big dude standing over you. Sit.
Yep.
Stay.
Yep. I remember John brought a bottle of absinthe back when he was over in Europe on a training thing, and we went out one day, and it was like sitting on top of a fridge, and nobody dared even look at it, try and get its attention.
It shall not be named.
Oh, it shall not be named. But by the end of the night, everything else had been drank.
It's all we got left.
All right, let's go.
That seems like a poor choice to end the night on.
No, because it is the finishing hold of drinks.
Okay.
So you do all your beer and your whiskey and all your other nonsense. Then you get into the absinthe and you go to sleep.
Okay.
So you have to hang on to heavy objects to keep you from flying off into outer space as the planet goes, conspires to spin you off into outer space with this absinthe.
But what happens when the dragon shows up?
Then you're really fucked.
I want to run, but I can't.
No. See, chasing the tail of the dragon, that's your opium. You're thinking of
I'm
the
just
green
thinking
fairy.
Hallucinations.
No. You're thinking of the green fairy, that is.
Oh, right. Okay.
That's absinthe.
Okay.
And that's pretty fucked up, too. What are you going to do?
You know what I love about this whole thing?
What's
is
that?
The fact that you preface that story with, I was at a festival once. Every time you start any sort of story with, I was at a festival, I know it's going to be an interesting ride.
Oh, well, I have interesting friends.
Yes, you do.
I'm fairly certain you've never met any of them.
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah, it's probably for the best. Those streams.
Oh, no, I'm curious.
Oh, no. Those streams should never cross.
Oh,
so
all right.
We'll try to keep my civilian life away from my festival life.
Oh, yeah. What stays at the festival stays at the festival.
What happens at the fest stays at the fest.
Except when you talk about it on a podcast.
Yeah. Well, you will notice I've never mentioned any names or anything totally incriminating.
True. Yeah, because you did tell that one story a few episodes back when your last solo one, I think.
Yes.
And you talked about it, and I think you mentioned names there, but that wasn't incriminating in any way.
No.
So it was just a good experience.
Yes, it was. So there's stuff
All right.
that this microphone will never hear.
You're good at self-editing. That's awesome.
That's right. Because incrimination is forefront in my mind. We'll just keep that.
Cover thine own ass first.
That's right. So, by the way.
Oh.
Here.
Cool.
Fucking fantastic movie.
Wasn't it?
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That was like I was watching it and I'm just like, all right. I like how they Jason. Okay, I watched 3 from Hell.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge fan of that trilogy. When House of a Thousand Corpses was my gateway drug to Rob Zombie as a director, and I really dug that movie because it seemed so new and different from a lot of the stuff that we've seen before. Mm-hmm. And with the Firefly family, Otis Driftwood, all those,
yep.
Captain Spaulding, that crew was something else. So, like I said, Devil's Rejects, and then I don't think this ends the trilogy.
No.
It does not end this story.
No, absolutely not.
So And with the addition of Break, that just gives another wrinkle of the terrifyingness of this family.
The dynamic between him and Otis.
Yes,
that dynamic was so good.
Yeah, I said I love the send out that they gave Sid.
Yes, such a great scene.
Yeah, Sid Haig has had so many iconic lines coming out of this trilogy. Mm-hmm. It's just like, oh, it sucks.
Yep.
It absolutely sucks that Sid's gone because we can't get any more classic Captain Spaulding lines. Mm-hmm. But he had a great career.
I still remember when Tom Leatherdale and I sat down to watch House of a Thousand Corpses for the first time, and we put the DVD in. And it has an animated, like a moving menu.
Yes.
And it's the counter in Spaulding's shop.
Yes.
And Spaulding comes out through the beaded curtain. Well, shit the bed. How you doing today?
That's exactly what I was thinking. And I was like, those little interstitials were amazing.
The Easter egg on the DVD, the whole tiny fucks a stump. Yeah. That came to mind heavily in 3 from Hell. In the scene with Baby and the little guy.
Yes.
Because she said, you remind me of Tiny.
Yeah. Oh, as soon as she said that, I went, oh, why are we doing this?
That was such a sweet moment.
It was.
In such a
horrific movie.
Horrific flick. That scene was really touching.
Yes.
But it made me smile on the inside because all I could think was the little guy reminded her of Tiny, and I'm thinking, why? Because he looks like the stump. That's what went through my head.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love the image you sent me with the scene that when you said, this movie's awesome. Hi, neighbor.
That scene, when that scene with Baby, I was just like, yeah, that's Baby. And I said that the entire flick, go see 3 from Hell. You can't go see it, but rent it or whatever. Find it.
Yep.
Find it. 3 from Hell does not end the story, and nor should it, because there's so much more to tell with those 3.
I absolutely love the evolution of the characters. Mm-hmm. Like Otis has become more methodical, more. Methodical is the only word that really comes to mind. Where Baby has slipped further and further into insanity.
Yes. Yeah, I think
such a great transition.
Break's character is now Otis when he was.
Yes.
And Otis has become Spaulding.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Baby has just spiraled right out of control.
Yeah. Otis has stepped up to the leadership role. Yeah. Yeah.
So I think, like I said, that dynamic really worked well for me. Mm-hmm. And adding Break to the Richard Break to that group. Now, okay, was Rufus killed in the gun battle at Devil's Rejects?
Rufus. Which one was Rufus?
He Robert Mukes' character? Or did he escape?
I can't remember, honestly. I wanted to watch Devil's Rejects again before watching 3 from Hell, and I didn't get a chance.
Yeah.
So I can't remember. Did he even survive House of a Thousand Corpses?
Rufus did, yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Because I remember him in Devil's Rejects, because they started the gun battle.
Yeah.
I don't know if he survived.
I got a
the gun
feeling
battle.
he didn't. I think the only ones, the last 3 that we thought died were the 3 from Hell.
No, there's still one more. Tiny's out there. Tiny escaped.
Did he escape?
He escaped.
Okay. So they acknowledge that the actor passed, but the character is actually still out there.
Yes.
Okay.
Because during the gun battle, Tiny was walking through the woods.
That's right. Yeah, I really do need to watch Devil's Rejects again,
Yep.
damn it. That would fill in a few other little gaps, I think, that I have from watching 3 from Hell, too.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to squeeze that in sometime soon. Yeah, definitely need to revisit.
Yeah, that's again. I love that trilogy.
Yes.
So, and thank you for lending that to me. That was so made
I knew
one of
you
my,
wanna
my
see
week.
it.
Oh yeah, and I said it was just
Now, where does it stand for you for zombies films?
I'm gonna put that trilogy is the top trilogy for me. Like for his works,
Sure.
I will put those all tied for first. Halloween, I really dug his Halloween,
The first one?
the first one.
Okay.
The animated one that he did.
Oh, yeah. The Haunted World of El Super Bisto.
Yeah. That was just fucking hilarious.
Yes.
The entire
Yeah, I like
stretch
the
of that
art
movie.
style of that.
Yes, that was
It's
fantastic.
like a classic cell-shaded kind of Ren
Yes.
and Stimpy-ish.
Yep.
Yeah. For me, my number one pick for him is going to be 31 Forever. I love 31.
Yeah.
31 is just such a great horror movie for me. I love that movie. Followed closely by the trilogy. Even though House of a Thousand Corpses is not my number one, like it got a little too weird at the end for me. But I love Devil's Rejects and 3 from Hell. That whole trilogy is fantastic.
Yes.
We're not even going to mention Lords of Salem. Is it not saying?
Okay,
I
me
know.
and you have already agreed to disagree about Lords of Salem. I think if you get deeper into it, if you went in with an open mind, knowing about what happened during the Salem witch trials, it would make more sense.
Nah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The 3 remaining witches,
I'm not doing it.
3 remaining witches go after the daughter, one of the past relative of the judge.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nah.
it works.
Nah.
You're just missing out, man.
But I do agree also with Halloween, though. I loved
Yeah.
the first Halloween. Loved it. Thought it was a great. That's one of the rare reboots that was really, really, really good.
Yes, yes. There was somebody I was listening to a podcast, and they kind of juxtaposed the scene from Joker and the one scene in Halloween where you haven't seen Joker.
No, I still haven't been able to get out to see it.
Okay.
I don't worry about spoilers.
All right.
I don't care.
So one of the scene, like where Joaquin Phoenix's character is a clown, there's a dwarf works for him.
Okay.
During the spiral where Joaquin's losing his mind, one of the former co-workers and the little person comes in. Joker kills the one guy. The little person there is trying to unlock the door. He can't reach the door. And he looks over at Joker and goes, "I've always been good to you. I've always been your friend. Please don't kill me." And you're just like, don't kill the little dude. Don't kill the little dude. And Joker opens the door, lets him go.
Okay.
Now, you go to Halloween when Michael Myers escapes. Danny Trejo, his character, goes, "Michael, I looked after you for 20 years. I've been your friend. I've never been bad to you." And he gets killed anyways.
Yep.
And you're just like, you look at the parallels of those two scenes and go like, ooh, okay. So Michael Myers is the complete psychopath, and Joker just isn't quite there yet.
No.
And you just,
Like I said, yet.
yeah. So when I can't remember who it was, what show it was. Anyway, when he talked about those two scenes, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, that makes kind of sense. Looking at those scenes, the way they kind of parallel each other, and was like, this is some interesting insight as to the levels of crazy that we're talking about here. So I really dug Joker, how the crazy didn't like it wasn't instant.
Yeah, right. I think what that just shows. Okay, so Michael Myers was past the point he just wants to kill everyone. Where Joker has slipped so far enough, but he still has enough control because knowing the character, what we know,
Yeah.
he's a plan. He makes plans. He has plots and traps and all that stuff. If he was as far gone as Michael Myers, you wouldn't see that.
No.
He'd just be killing for killing's sake, with no plans.
Yeah.
So that's the big difference, but that's the line you cross, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, like I said, the Three from Hell, fantastic movie. Like I said, Three from Hell, Joker, like super dark movies. But I've really enjoyed watching them the last week or two that I've actually gotten some time to watch some movies. Some great filmmaking out there. And those two movies really stand out as stuff that I was like, I will watch them again. I would go to see Joker again in the theater sometime soon.
God damn it.
I know you're super. I'm to the point where I'm burned out from Marvel movies. I don't know if I'm going to go to see another Marvel movie. I don't want to see a true DC superhero movie. They're like, the only one that I have any little interest in going to see is maybe Wonder Woman 2, because I enjoyed the hell out of the first Wonder Woman. But this Joker it's DC in spirit only.
Right.
And
it's not a comic book movie.
No.
Anybody who has seen it has said this is not a comic book movie.
No, like I said, it could have been anybody.
Right.
But you put Joker on it to put these people go, oh,
A little bit of credibility behind it.
So I dug that a lot. There was something else.
If I have my way, Sunday, like Saturday night is our last show. So Sunday, I'm free.
Okay.
So I'm really hoping to go see Joker on Sunday. I don't know if that plan's going to work out, but I'm really hoping to see Joker on Sunday.
Give me a shout.
It's all a matter of, I don't know what the wife's got planned. So. But that's my hope, is to finally see Joker on Sunday.
You're the adult. You can make a choice. Can't you?
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Adulting. See? Isn't that a dumb fucking word?
I just,
See?
you know me, I don't want to upset the apple cart when it comes to the wife.
Fucking rock the boat, baby.
No.
Rock it.
No.
Rock it.
I piss her off enough when I'm not even trying. I'm not going to do it deliberately.
That's her, not you.
Sure.
She doesn't listen to this anyway,
I know
I can talk shit about Crystal all day long.
Yeah, well, if she does happen to hear anything, and she ain't going to hear it from me, then just know you won't get any more baked goods.
I haven't been getting any baked goods.
I brought cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you did.
And if I bring anything to Whiskey Wednesday, you won't be able to have
Okay,
any.
those aren't for me. Those are all for Jeff. I just happen to get the leftovers. I'm like collateral damage of fucking baked goods.
Especially since we're getting into the winter season, I'll probably be hosting.
Yeah. Yeah. I should probably watch my P's and Q's.
Chili in a bread bowl.
Ooh.
That's my plan for the first Whiskey Wednesday, which I'm thinking in a couple weeks.
I'm in.
Yep.
I'm in.
We just got to perfect our bread bowl recipe.
Yes. There were, what I see.
We've already found videos and stuff. We've got the plan. We gotta work it. So
Work it.
Crystal's mastered making bread, so making a bread bowl shouldn't be that too far off.
Like, is there a mold that you have to put it in?
No, but it's you got to work the dough a certain way, let it rise properly and whatnot, so that it stays firm with the outside, but still soft on the inside, and not enough to core it and blah blah blah.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying. Yep. I see. I'm picking up what you're laying down. I am buying what you're selling. I'm running out of metaphors. What else is going on?
But really, that's it for me. It's just, with the work, and now they're in the show. We're in the show, and that fucking power outage last night. Fuck. We lost an hour of rehearsal time, and this theater is very strict about the timing.
Oh, really?
We had to be out we had to be out as close to 10 o'clock as possible. So, and we lost an hour.
Yeah.
So when we go to rehearse now, mind you, so last night we're into the tech nights. Okay. So it's a lot of stop and start, going over the scenes over and over again so that the lighting and sound guys get the cues right, get things all situated right. So again, a lot of stop and start. Act 1 is 2.5 times longer than Act 2. We didn't finish Act 1 last night. No. So, and we have to do Act 2 tonight, but we should have the time. They've got far enough. They were able to make up some ground when the lights came back up. So, so we're not in horrible shape, but it did hurt.
I was at work, and when the lights went out, I said, I was sitting there, I was reading my book, and the lights flickered, and I went, uh-oh. And then, bam, down they go. I went, well, shit.
I was standing backstage. We'd just come off, but we're, being on the ensemble, there's this radio jingle part. So we all have to be backstage. Our mics will be turned on, and we sing this little radio jingle.
Yeah.
So I'm standing there backstage. It's dark. I'm standing in the corner kind of thing.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
I'm looking up. I was just looking around a little bit, and then the power went out. And the emergency light came on that I just happened to be looking straight at when it came on.
It's like a laser.
Blind. I thought I was blind. I saw spots for a couple minutes.
Oh, that's a good one. No, we at least the power went out in the warehouse, and we're just like, I wonder how long this is going to last. And then it lasted for a little bit longer. And then I went, oh, wait a minute. I got a flashlight in my car. I don't have to fucking wander around in the dark in this place.
Oh, everybody pulled out their cell phones. They found a couple of like LED lanterns.
Yeah.
They kept working a little bit though. One of our tech guys, he grabbed the ladder and started hanging up a couple extra lights and whatnot.
You never know. They said the power could come back on. We need electricity, so
yeah. But he at least got those lights up rather than waiting until later. He got that part done.
Now the book that I started, it's called the Horus Heresy, and it's part of the Warhammer 40K.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I'm going like, oh, okay.
I'm buying a bunch of miniatures.
Oh no, I don't want.
Because that's a huge money pit.
That it is. And I said I saw this cover. A couple guys that I follow on Facebook. They were doing like, I'm trying to spread literacy throughout Facebook, and here's a picture of a book that I've read. And I've read a couple other Warhammer books, and I went, oh, okay, this is another part of the series. I want to read it. So I bought this book, and I'm going, cool, all right. So I open up the front cover, and it has a list of the titles. This is book 1 of 36.
Holy jeez.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, it is a popular franchise.
36 novels in this story.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. I'm in for the long haul on this. And then they said I posted a picture of the cover on Facebook, and I said, hey, look, hey, blah, blah, blah. I got myself into. One of my buddies goes, buy the omnibuses. They're cheaper. I went, that's a great idea.
There you go.
So instead of buying 36 separate novels, I got to try and find, I don't know how many ever of these omnibus has all these. I'm just like, damn it. But what I've read so far, I'm really digging it. I like the Warhammer universe.
I don't know much about it, so I played a bit of the Warhammer RPG, and that was Warhammer, not 40,000 or whatever.
40K.
Yeah. It was just regular Warhammer, so it was a typical fantasy setting. So I don't know the history. I don't know anything more about it.
Space Marines.
All I know is
the Necro Screaming
earlier this year, Crystal and I had one of our little excursions to White Oaks Mall in London, and I stopped by the Games Workshop just out of curiosity.
Don't do that, man.
I walk in there. There's guys. They're painting the
hunched over the workbenches, painting.
So I'm like, okay. I've heard things, but I'm kind of just toying with the idea. What does it? He goes, well, you're picking the perfect time because a lot of the starter sets have gone on sale. They're only $250 for the starter set.
Wow. Well, that's an investment.
Yeah. No. Maybe when I win the lottery, maybe. But no, not in the budget. anytime soon for me.
$250 for a starter set.
Just
That's
for the starter
unpainted.
set. Yeah, unpainted. That's right.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's rough. I remember.
And you know what? It's not for me, anyways. Even if I win the lottery, I'm not getting into that because,
Dude.
for one, I can't paint that little shit. I can't do.
Okay, if
small
you win the
things like
lottery,
that.
you're paying somebody. I know
That's
a dude.
true. Yeah.
I know a dude.
You know a dude?
I know a dude.
All right.
But if you win the lottery, you're building like a room with a giant Warhammer table on it. So,
Oh, I have plans. For years, I've actually kind of had a thought in my head about designing a modular gaming table system.
ooh, do tell.
The shape might be wedge,
Okay.
but each one would have like cup holders.
Okay. I'm
Drinks out of the way.
with you. Yeah,
Plus book rests so that your books could be held up.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So
I like that idea.
And then modular, like in a wedge formation, so you can just make a circle, make a pie, whatever. Maybe go squared, and then you can just keep it to make rectangles or L shapes or whatever you need, right?
I see.
But- Yeah,
Like, what's the surface?
just,
it just-
a regular, maybe felt.
Maybe phone?
Yeah,
Like kind of
poker table, like
poker table-ish
Yeah.
kind of thing?
Yeah.
That's cool. Now, poker table idea, like this almost was a poker table for this.
Okay.
And then I said, again, stealing that idea from Tell 'em Steve Dave, the famous poker table at the Stash. But he said, I was looking online, like Facebook Marketplace for poker tables. And there's a couple of them, and they're going like $200. And we're like, no.
Is felt that expensive?
I guess it's like the padded armrest and a cup holder. That's easily $75 a piece there for all of these. I'm like, no. And said I went to, well, this was picked up one of the thrift stores. I think it was Habitat for Humanity for $40. I went, thanks.
It's a table.
It's a table.
It holds stuff.
Yeah. The one thing that I would have loved is if the leaf came with it.
Okay.
Like just to widen it out a little bit. But I could
It's
probably
not one where it's folded under.
No.
Our
I hope
kitchen
not.
table
I'd
has
be
that.
really pissed off if I fucking sit here all this time. I really need a leaf, and it's like right there. But
Yeah, our kitchen table has that.
yeah, there's friends of mine have one of those ones too. So it's kind of I went that's neat engineering, but I could make a leaf to shove in here just to lengthen it out.
Piece of plywood and some duct tape, you're good.
Probably. That's probably what I'm probably going to do.
I
But
also know a guy who likes to work with wood.
is this a personal?
No, the whiskey jack guy.
Oh,
That guy.
okay.
He likes to
That
work
guy.
with wood.
Yeah. I don't know if he's. Probably. I just need a hunk of wood to. I don't need a steampunked leaf to go in my table. So, well, it would kind of be cool, but it's not that big of a thing that I need.
No.
No, like I said, Jeff's
Might be a waste of his talents.
somewhat. I could probably go to him and say, "Can I borrow some of your tools?" He goes, "You could do that," but that might have to go in that direction. Yeah, because when we do Star Wars Armada, this table's just not big enough.
Yeah, you need a lot of floor space for that.
Oh,
Any of those miniature games.
Yep.
They take up so much real estate.
yep, yeah. All right.
Look at the size of the table's GME.
Yes.
They almost go the entire length of the store.
Yeah. That's the problem with miniature role-playing game. Mm-hmm. Space.
Yep.
If you don't got space, it's a waste of time. Mm-hmm. All right. You got anything else?
No.
No? No? All right. I found a new thing to play with.
Uh-oh.
Would you take the deal?
Oh, boy. No, I'm not pushing that fucking button.
Where'd it go? Oh. You get all the powers of Superman and will only be weak to strong You will only be weak to strong doses of uranium and plutonium, but after 15 years, you will lose all your powers and fall into a 10-year coma. Would you take the deal?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Why?
Could do a lot of good with that
Like what?
in that time. Just helping people, saving, just being a good person and helping people.
Good person.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
All right. There's one I've got here as a would you rather, but I just looked at it and went, that's just
I got a list of would you rathers here.
okay.
But some of them are kind of stupid, so I'm kind of picking and choosing here.
All right.
Would you rather know the time of your death or the cause of your death?
I will go cause. I will go with the cause of my death.
Really?
The time of it, you can't. Time of it is irrelevant. It's going to happen when it happens, right?
Sure.
But if I know the cause, and if it's like, say, I'm in a car wreck, I can make sure there's nobody else in the car with me.
See, now I go the other way, where I'd rather know the time. That way, okay, I have a clock, and so time to get shit done, get the bucket list cleared, whatever, prepare properly. Whereas if it's the cause, I'm going to be fucking paranoid. Oh, you're going to die in a car wreck. Well, I'm going to be afraid to go anywhere near any fucking cars. Like, I would live in paranoia.
See, with me, my fate is already sealed. I know it's going to happen. There's nothing I can do to stop it from happening. Knowing the cause or the time really does not affect how I do things. Because I will play what if. Like somebody, I get into this argument with my supervisor at work. She goes, where's your vest? I'm going, I'm not worried about it. Well, what if a lift truck hits you? I go, well, what if a meteor hits the fucking warehouse? And that usually shuts down the what if game. So, like I said, it's going to happen when it happens. And there's nothing you can do about it, right?
Sure.
So, knowing the time, you know when it's going to happen? When it happens.
Again, I don't want to live in paranoia.
Nah.
I'm afraid of cars.
Nah, don't worry about it. You'll be fine. You're going to be dead. It's not going to fucking matter.
If you're stranded on a desert island with your dog, would you rather eat your dog or starve to death?
No, I'd eat my dog.
No hesitation.
No. Well, okay. If I die, he's going to eat me. There's plenty of evidence where people have died in a room.
Oh, yeah. Crazy cat ladies.
Crazy cat lady, anything. As soon as that person dies, that dog starts thinking, when's a good time to start taking chunks out of that person? Because once the Alpo runs out, there's a nice fresh source of meat right there. So, there's a billboard. And I don't know if you've ever saw it. It was had a bunch of it had like a pig, a chicken, a cow, then a dog, a cat, and a rabbit, and stuff like this. And they're talking about, well, where do you draw the line for what's food? And somebody had graffitied the board.
Okay.
And they stuck a picture of a little baby at the end of it. And they said, is this the apocalypse? So
jeez.
Hold on.
Wow.
It's a little dark.
It's just a little.
A little dark, but...
Well, let's keep it on that theme.
Okay.
Would you prefer to drown to death or burn to death?
Drowned, because you actually slip into unconsciousness and you don't feel yourself drown.
I agree. Yeah, it's a lot less painful.
I've burned myself enough at work. It's like, fuck, even a tiny burn hurts like a motherfucker.
Yep.
And I don't want that.
Yeah. Avoid the pain.
Yep.
And like you said, you're slipping into unconsciousness when you drown. So, yeah, that's my choice.
It's neither way is a good way to go. And if I had my druthers, I would go in my sleep. But
Here's one of these weird ones that I don't like, but it stands out to me.
is this one of the ones there's no right answer? Or?
Well, yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Would you rather wipe with sandpaper or use vinegar for eye drops?
Oh my God.
Yeah, really?
Wipe with sandpaper, vinegar for eye drops. What grit?
It doesn't say.
Okay. Because if you get like emery cloth, it's pretty smooth.
Yeah, it's still gonna tear shit up.
Yeah, but if you get in there and you got some of those.
Oh, you're trying to smooth out the fissures? Is that what you're trying to do?
Smooth everything out, trying to like clean everything. Maybe. And like I said, if you use a high enough grit, that's still that vinegar for eye drops.
I never use eye drops, so
Sting.
I can't remember the last time I had to put drops in my eyes. I think when I had pink eye like 10 years ago.
Oh, okay. I'll go with sandpaper.
Really?
I've gotten vinegar in a cut and it sucks. And I don't want to get it in the fucking eye.
There's no better answer, honestly.
This is not a win-win situation at all. What else you got?
Again, this is a long list, so.
Okay. Okay, I got one for you.
Sure.
Would you rather have continually dry eyes or continually stuffy nose or running nose?
Well, considering I pretty much live with a stuffy, runny nose all fucking year long, thanks to my freaking allergies, I kind of already live that one. Mm-hmm. So,
you can switch it up.
Nah, I'll stick with the stuffiness.
Switch it up. That way you can use the vinegar for eye drops, and you can try it.
Don't want to use the vinegar for.
But you don't know. It might be the perfect solution to your dry eyes.
No, I don't think so.
I've got a bottle of vinegar right over there.
No, we're not. No, we're not performing an experiment.
Come on.
No.
This is for science.
No.
For podcast science. Podcastery.
Don't play that card. No.
The audience demands.
Oh, you had to play the audience card.
The audience demands I pour vinegar in your eyes.
No.
Well, we'll leave that up to the audience.
I'm not going to do it.
Not going to do it?
Not going to do it.
Oh, fine.
Would you rather have it burn when you pee or burn when you drink? Going in or coming out? I feel like I might have experienced both of those.
Yeah, depends on what you're drinking. I don't know. It doesn't matter what it's. It's doesn't differentiate anything. I'm going to go with burn when I drink. Yeah, I'll go with that one. It just seems. It'll suck a little bit, but that's some sensitive areas downstairs.
Yeah.
And you don't want burning sensations around.
No, burning when you pee is never a good option.
It's bad. That's like I said, when you say it burns when I pee, doctors get worried, right?
Yep.
So I don't want that. I'm gonna go burns when I drink. Because you can take just like a little sip, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But if you drink a gallon of whatever whiskey or something like that, then you got to piss out a gallon of whiskey. No. Drink. It burns when I drink.
Yeah, so you don't want the gonorrhea persiflades.
No, I do not.
All right, let me find one more here. Don't like that one.
Where'd you find your list?
Just Google.
Google? Okay. All right. While you're looking, I gotta ask you a question.
Yep.
Because this is coming out on Halloween.
Okay.
What was your favorite Halloween?
Ooh. That's, my memory sucks. I'll be honest. I don't know. Are you talking as a child or like
Favorite memory of Halloween.
I honestly cannot answer that. I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah?
A complete blank.
Okay.
I have images, but I couldn't tell you years or anything like that. I could probably tell you like favorite Halloween costume.
Okay, we'll go with that. What was your favorite Halloween costume? It was probably Frankenfurter, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yep. Yeah, pretty obvious. Yeah. I've had some really fun ones and all, but yeah.
The Oompa Loompa one?
Oompa Loompa. I was never an Oompa Loompa.
No?
You might be thinking the rave one.
Oh,
with
that's
the fishnet bodysuit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was Rave Kid.
Now that's coming back to me, damn it.
Fishnet bodysuit.
Oh.
Just rewatched Rocky Horror just the other night.
I'm not surprised. Yeah. You had to get your Tim Curry, right?
That movie's just so good.
I have a copy of that over here somewhere.
Yeah, right at the bottom.
Yep.
Bottom of the second shelf.
Yep.
Yeah, I have my DVD.
Yeah.
I want to find the UK version though.
Much different?
It's got a little bit more that you don't see in the American version.
Okay.
Because there's one song at the end called Superheroes that's not in the American version.
Oh, okay.
But it's in the UK version.
Gotcha.
I've heard the song. It was on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
But
You didn't see it performed.
But I have not seen it performed. But it's apparently you find it on the UK versions.
I gotcha.
Picture this. The criminologist.
Yeah.
The narrator, if you will. Vincent Price.
Oh.
Because he was offered it, but he had to turn it down due to scheduling conflict.
Oh, that would be awesome.
But he'd seen the play
at
the West End in London and loved it, and he wanted to do it, but his schedule didn't work.
Rats.
And Steve Martin apparently auditioned for the role of Brad.
What? Steve Martin?
Steve Martin. I got reading trivia. I was kicking myself. I'm like, why have I not looked at trivia for this movie of all movies? Why have I not looked at this
because
before now?
I would think this movie almost inside and out.
I know a lot about the movie, but I never looked up like the IMDb trivia. I just, for whatever reason, just never looked at that one. So yeah,
you don't want to spoil it?
I don't know. I've looked up the trivia for pretty much every movie I watch. I end up looking for trivia.
Okay.
And I never looked up Rocky Horror until just the other day.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Like a lot of stuff I already knew, like, Richard O'Brien, Riff Raff, he's the creator and all that. And it's Patricia Quinn, Magenta's lips that you see for the opening.
Okay.
It's not her voice, but it is her lips.
Gotcha. Okay.
Stuff like that. But, just a few little things that I didn't. There's a theater in Germany that has shown Rocky Horror every week, one showing every week since the movie came out in 1975.
Holy cow.
Yep. And they sell kits for proper audience participation.
Oh, that makes
sense. So
sense.
the rice, the squirt guns, newspapers, a guide as to what to yell when, stuff like that.
That's brilliant marketing.
They actually came out with a comic book back in the 90s, I think for like the 20th anniversary or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And I think I got the first issue and never saw the further ones. But the back of it had the audience participation guide.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone on eBay and looked for?
No, I just never got around to looking for it, but I should. I should try and get that.
How many issues?
I think there was 3, maybe 4.
3, maybe 4.
And I'm pretty sure I only have number 1.
Okay.
It was, I don't even know who made it. It was, but I just remember it was pretty much pulled right from the movie.
Oh, okay. So it's like a straight adaptation kind of thing. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. That's kind
I
of
think
cool.
they had drawn illustration for the beginning, but then when it came to the audience participation section, I think it had stills from the film.
Nice. Okay.
I should pull it out.
Find it.
Yep.
Probably beside that box of audio cassettes.
Even though this what happened at London Comic Con left a bit of a sour taste, I can't fault the movie. I love that movie.
The movie didn't snub you.
No, the movie didn't hurt me.
The movie loves you.
Yes.
It's Tim Curry that doesn't care about his fans. Fuck you, Tim Curry.
Oh, no, that's your words, not mine.
No, I fucking heard you.
No.
I heard you on the drive home. Fucking Tim Curry.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
Nope.
You can't prove
the
that I did.
The opinions of Mike, and you can't prove that I did. So,
it's my show.
In this day and age, I guess all you have to do is say it, and everybody believes it, right?
That's right. Wait till I get on Twitter.
Oh,
tag Tim Curry. Guess what Jason said about you?
Somebody told me yesterday. I got a couple things.
Okay.
So.
Should I sit back and enjoy the show?
Well, no, this one's just because it won't surprise you when you hear who's involved. Apparently, there were two guys that were watching Deadpool 2 on a constant loop, and they were tweeting about it. And they said, we're not going to stop until Ryan Reynolds acknowledges us.
Okay.
They get a random phone call from an unknown number, and it's Ryan Reynolds doing a video call. What the fuck are you guys thinking?
That's fantastic.
I don't know how long they went before it got to him, but he did finally reach out.
That's brilliant.
He's like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Oh, you guys need to get a like. That's awesome.
Now, this one, and I don't know I don't know the people involved. Okay, so we're sitting Sunday at rehearsal. We're in the dressing room just killing time.
Yep.
And one of the
doing coke.
One of the kids. No, that comes later. That's show nights.
Oh, show nights. Coke.
Yeah. One of the kids who's he's in grade 12, I think, at CK.
That's where you get your coke from. High school kids.
Oh yeah, they get the good shit.
Yep. Molly.
He's telling he's talking about his English class. Apparently, their English teacher got in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Because one of the students complained to his parents, and the parents wrote a letter or whatever to the principal of the school that their child felt discriminated against.
Okay.
The teacher is black. Okay. One of only two in that school, two black teachers.
No.
Yeah, can you see where this is going? The kid felt that he was being treated like because he's discriminated against because he's white. The teacher had to stop the lesson plan that she was working on because she knew that they were going to be recording her.
Mm-hmm.
She got in trouble. She got reprimanded. But she had to stop the lesson plan as she had it and had to change it entirely. Because this kid felt discriminated against because he's a privileged white kid. I looked at the kid who told this story and I said, if you can find out the names, I want to know where they fucking live so I can slap those parents. Because your kid's being discriminated against for being a self-entitled white kid. You raised him that way.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah. This is the world we're living in, buddy. Isn't it great? Isn't it great?
Oh, God.
This is the new normal.
You know, I used to think Chatham was safe. You know, you hear about this shit all the time. Oh, but that doesn't happen here. Fuck.
I would like to point out that two of our buddies are police officers. One retired, one's active right now. And they've... Well, listen, you saw that one picture of the bucket o' guns. Remember that?
Yeah.
So that should tell you how air quote safe this town is.
Oh, that was eye opening when we heard those stories.
Yeah,
that was eye opening.
That is an indicator of how good our police force is.
Yeah,
to keep all that shit.
Yes.
Keep the lid on that shit. Mm-hmm. So, but you can't keep the lid on the PC culture that we live in right now. When fucking a black teacher is getting reprimanded for
Shecky.
Fucking Shecky. I had a friend of mine, she posted a thing and she was talking about racism. And I'm going, she goes, only white people can be racist. And I went, no.
Oh, no, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
No.
And she goes, well, what do you mean? I went, it's exactly what I said. Yeah. Like I said, when you use a position of power to lord over your race over another one, that's racism. And she goes, well, only white people can be racist.
No.
And I'm going, mm-mm. And I said, she was adamant that I was wrong. And I'm going, I'm not wrong. about
when
this.
a black guy calls a white guy cracker. That's not racist.
That's totally racist.
Exactly.
So, but white guys are the only guys that you can be racist against and not get in trouble.
Yes.
So everybody else is a protected class. White dudes are an endangered species.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it doesn't surprise me where it says a white dude is crying racism over a lesson plan.
Yeah, he didn't get into the details as to what was going on, and they don't know who it was.
Yeah.
But there's one guy who has made comments in class about this, but he's like, "Oh no, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me." Yeah. You're admitting your guilt by throwing up so much deniability.
Yeah. Methinks you protest too much.
Yes.
So it's easy to get along. Just get along. Don't be an asshole.
Yep.
But so many people think that everything revolves around them. No, it doesn't. I said the planet revolves around the sun, not you. So
I've told you that I'm going through South Park on Crave. I'm in the season 19.
Yes.
And it's got this recurring theme. It's kind of upsetting me a little bit because of what they're doing. And I knew where it was going when I started this.
Yep.
My daughter still watches that show religiously. And so I knew where this season was heading. But it's all about being PC.
Oh, is that Principal PC?
Yep. Yeah. I'm into that season.
Okay. I've seen enough of him to be familiar. But like some of the stuff that comes out of there is just
Yeah, but I know that the show itself, they kind of started to lose some steam coming off of that, and I know they switch gears and kind of go back to the classic style, the classic stories.
Well,
but that's what I've heard, anyways. But I got to get through it. It's topical. It
is topical. People, you have to talk about it because this is the stuff that we have to talk about to mend fences, build bridges, and stuff like this.
An open dialogue is good.
Absolutely. Like there was friends of mine on Facebook, I posted a thing and they go, that those guys are Nazis. I'm like, no, they're not. They said, well, yes, they are. I go, who said? Well, this guy said that. I'm going like, no, if you did your research, if you actually research this, the stuff that is being said about the thing that I follow helps me focus and stuff like this. I don't get too deep into the political. I don't care about their politics. That's not what I'm getting out of what I'm following. Well, people say, well, if you're following that makes you a Nazi by default. I went, really? I'm a Nazi? That's because I've read this stuff. That association makes me just as bad as those guys? I'm like, no.
One of my dad's best friends, a former teacher, was a World War fanatic.
Yeah.
I'm talking, those Time Life Encyclopedia books tons of that stuff.
Yep.
I mean, bookshelves upon bookshelves. Everything you could devour in regards to that stuff.
Yep.
He knows all of that stuff. He ain't no Nazi.
No.
He knows the history. He knows a lot of the details and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But he ain't no Nazi. Like, not even close. One of the nicest guys you could ever meet.
Yeah.
So, then, for them to try and use that argument, no.
Okay. I read Mein Kampf. Hitler's book. The book that Hitler wrote. I read Mein Kampf. It's in our public library. That doesn't make me a Nazi. I read that book and went, this crazy motherfucker is fucking batshit crazy. And everybody knows. It doesn't make me a Nazi. I keep an open mind about a lot of things about what I take in. And reading Mein Kampf is one of those things, like, it's part of my makeup where I want to get into the head as much as I can about somebody that did horrific things. That's the same reason I've read books about the BTK serial killer. It doesn't make me a serial killer. It just makes me, what makes this dude tick?
Right.
I want to know. Like I said, I'm a fan of the human condition.
If anything, it allows you to, you get those insights.
Yes.
And you can, like, that guy's kind of showing similar traits too, you know? So, and then, and when word comes out that guy you're talking about has starting to move in that direction,
You're like, see you.
Then okay, I'm getting away from that. you know?
Like, okay, some of these books in this bookshelf, some people would go, oh, okay, interesting information. Other people would fucking, like, burn my house down because some of these books are in this case.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't subscribe to their politics. I have my own politics.
In particular, it's the D&D books, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's devil worship.
That's the devil work.
Yep.
The devil made me do it. But some of this stuff is everybody's looking for an enemy. Everybody wants to be the victim, and this, just teach yourself. Be open-minded about something. Like, we can have differing opinions. Like, I'm not going to hurt anybody. Mm-hmm. I don't want to hurt anybody. I'm friends with my friends, and I'm open to meeting new people. I don't get it. I like, there's too much of a divide. Like, our American friends, everybody's going, well, if you voted for Trump, you're a Nazi. I go, the people that voted for Trump are a reaction to the people that wanted Hillary in, calling everybody else an asshole. So if somebody goes, you're an asshole, you're going to go, well, no, I'm not. And then you're going to prove that person wrong. Or you're going to prove that, yeah, okay, if you think I'm an asshole, I'm going to be an asshole. So that, to me, how many ever people voted for Trump to get him into office is a reaction to everybody else saying, if you're not in LA, if you're not in New York, you're a dumb fuck, and nothing matters. There's a whole lot of people in the middle of the United States went, well, what the fuck? And they voted. And I really think Trump's getting back in. I listen to a lot of talk radio from out of Detroit, and I'm just like, a lot of the stuff that's going on, man, it just seems like it's moving in that direction again. You keep calling these people assholes, and they're going to react. Not in a way.
You want to call me an asshole? I'll show you an asshole.
Exactly. That reaction.
You're challenging them.
Yes. And they said, leave them alone. Don't worry about them. It's like, if they want to vote.
If you ignore them, they'll go away.
Usually. Yeah. But as soon as you start antagonizing somebody, you're going to get a reaction out of that person.
Yep.
And it might not be the reaction.
People vote out of spite.
Absolutely. We've got our own election to prove that.
Yep.
They said, when Trudeau and the Liberals said, if you vote Scheer in, just look at how bad Ontario is. Once you get Andrew Scheer in, it's going to be worse. And everybody's going like, oh, fuck yeah, he's right. So it was fear and division that created, that's all it is right now is fear and division.
Yep.
And when you get down to the personal level, people aren't that way. Like, some are, but the majority of people aren't assholes. They just want to work, hang out with their friends, have a good time, not hurting anybody. you're going to get that. It's when you start getting up into like world politics, that's when you get a lot of problems. And I don't see there. Steven Pinker was on Joe Rogan. He wrote a book called, what is it called? Enlightenment Now. And he's talking about this day and age is the best time in our lives. And people freak the fuck out. And they're going, how can he say that? He goes, crime's down, health is getting better, this, that, the other thing. We're smarter, we're faster, this is would you rather live now or during the Industrial Revolution? Or even farther back? I want to live now.
Yeah.
So he goes, we are living in the best time possible. And people are making it harder than it has to be. Just put identity politics to bed, get along, and we're not that bad off in the long run. If we can get together, we can solve the issues like climate and this, that, and the other thing. But we're trained from birth to get on a team. This is your team. These guys are the bad guys. Always do something to counter them. Always, and it's a back and forth thing. This is the kind of things that just drive me crazy, because we know this is not the way to do things, but we're doing it. And it has to stop, because our kids and our grandkids and the shit down the road it's at risk. Yep. I don't know. I'm just like I said, I'm just a monkey with a microphone, and I took some nootropics, and I'm thinking really fast and hard, and I had a really big coffee, and but I have no answers other than don't be an asshole.
And that's where a lot of people stand. Nobody has the answers. Everybody knows what we need to do.
Oh, yeah.
But nobody has the answers to do it.
No. Like I said, they keep coming up with questions and problems.
But step one is stop being an asshole.
Yeah.
That's the perfect step one.
Yeah.
Stop being an asshole, then go from there.
Yeah. Well, there were like Google. Google used to have a thing in their I can't remember exactly what it was, like their company motto or something like that. Don't be evil.
Yeah,
don't be
remember
evil.
seeing something like that. Yeah.
Okay, recently that's been taken out.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So it's how do you do? Like, I know mainstream media. If it bleeds, it leads. And it's all about division. And I stopped reading and watching news, and my life got vastly better.
Oh yeah, if I have it on a channel when they start a news broadcast, changing it real quick, because all the news is depressing. They never have a lighter side of the news anymore. No. And if I do read little news, it's like brief headlines. I don't even usually get into the articles too much. It's just skim. Okay, I'm good. Whatever. Oh, Trump said something stupid. Okay, whatever. Moving on. Oh, Trudeau did something stupid. Okay, whatever. Moving on. Yeah. You know, the news that I actually read is the useless pop culture bullshit. That stuff I devour.
The stuff that I look for, science stuff. I'm a big fan of the science news.
I've been getting a little bit more into that.
Yeah.
Stemming from starting to listen to Joe Rogan's podcast more often. That
podcasts and stuff like this, I'm by no stretch of the imagination. I'm trying to put myself in the fucking category of Joe Rogan, but it's the exposure of different ideas in long form conversations that gets people thinking and adjusting the way they think. Like if somebody's on Rogan, or there's another one I listen to, Sean Carroll Mindscape. The dude's a fucking quantum physicist, and he'll sit down and he'll have like an hour and a half conversation with another doctor of some sort or an expert in a field. And I'm just like, okay, I have an expert in the field, because he had a, was it a climatologist, a doctor in climatology, explain global climate change. I went, oh, this is fucking bad. It wasn't political. It wasn't this. He goes, this is the hard science. This is the thing. Nobody's spinning nothing. And he goes, we have, on the sunny side of things, 30 years before it gets bad. And on the bad side, 10 years before it gets bad. So you just I'm listening to this guy and I'm just going like, oh, we are so fucked. We are so fucked. Because this is a guy that's actually raising, like, he goes, here's the empirical proof.
Did he say if it's reversible?
If we do things to change, but that's not going to happen.
Not that quickly.
It'll never happen.
Not that quickly.
No. Because there's too much money in both sides of the argument.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to be the loser. You got to go, don't you?
No.
Sure. Okay.
Here's where we're at.
All right. 120. Okay. Yeah. But it was one of those fascinating, eye-opening conversations that are just like, here's two really smart dudes talking about a situation that when it gets filtered down into the media, mass media part, everybody's spin has already been put on it. This is a dude talking to another dude across the table, and you're getting the unfiltered, this is what we know, exactly what we need. And you're just like, yep, we're fucked. So it was like, listening to that episode, it kind of affected me. It was like, maybe I need to do something. Then I'm just one dude. What really effect do I have? Now, I can put that information out there and say, like, somebody needs to go listen to the show. Maybe it starts making more sense to other people. I don't know what I can do to make any real change.
It's similar to voting people who don't vote. Well, my one vote's not going to matter. Well, you know what? You're saying, what's one person going to do? What change can I make as one person that's going to help the environment?
Yeah.
But it's, you start it. Well, then, you know, your friends and family, maybe they catch on to that and they start following suit, and so on and so on. Maybe you start towing more and more people. They all start falling behind, and you know, you never know what's gonna catch, what's gonna lead the charge, if you will.
Yeah.
So
I got you. Yeah,
that's you know, and I'm guilty of that sort of thing too. You know, I think everybody is, but all it takes is that one person, and then the right connections, the right exposure, whatever, and we could be moving in the right direction. You just never know.
No, I agree with you on that. But to play devil's advocate kind of thing, this is such a huge global thing. Like how does one man try to get his influence?
That's where the exposure is key, and that's where, you know, guys like us, we don't have that ability.
No, because you run into billionaires and marketing committees, and like it's one of those. I keep banging my head against the wall thinking about this kind of thing. Like I want to do something, and then I look at the opposition to it, and I'm just like, I can't fight that. And it's frustrating, and I don't know where or how to move forward with a lot of those things. Like I absorb all this education. Great. I'm a warehouse worker that has got a bunch of stuff rattling around in my head. What do I do with it? and that kind of thing. It's
that happens to everybody.
Yeah, it's frustrating, and I want to make a change for the better. Like I said, even on a personal level, I know I should be working out more because it extends garbage in, garbage out kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to fix all the stuff that's broken, even in me, on this level, is I run into the brick wall of myself. Is like, you've come this far and you fucked yourself up this much. No sense trying now. So
that brick wall is a bitch.
Oh, is it ever?
Yep.
Mine's
at least 4 feet thick.
Oh yeah, yeah. I feel you. And said it was yesterday, or I keep forgetting. Okay, Monday I started a workout, and I had a real bad weekend, and everything seemed to be piling up, and I shut down. Done. Monday rolls around, I'm lying in bed, and I was like, something's got to change. And the voice goes, get up and go work out, you dumb fuck. And instead of burying that, I actually got up. So doing that one thing got me up Tuesday morning to go work out. Mm-hmm. So trying to get those little incremental successes would help with the environment, people that we talk to, our friends. I don't know. Like I said, maybe one person can make a change one step at a time.
Yep.
I don't know.
That was deep.
That was kind of deep. Yeah, so plug your shit. Let's get out of here.
Oh, Little Shop of Horrors this week, October 31st, November 1st and 2nd at the UCC Theatre here in beautiful Chatham, Ontario, Canada. Tickets available at studioblack.ca. I believe there will be tickets at the door as well.
So. There you go. How much are tickets?
30.
That's not bad. That's a good ticket.
Yep. I think there is student rate too. 25, I think, but I'm not sure on that.
Yeah, that's cool.
But
yeah. Something coming through?
Something just flew in front of my eyes. A bug or something. I don't know. I don't know where it went.
Ghosts.
Oh.
The veil is thinnest. If this is coming out on Thursday, that's Halloween. Mm-hmm. Ooh. There we are, surrounded by skulls and stuff. My aesthetic is morbid.
Well, just a little bit. What do you got coming up?
November 2nd, Hamilton, GWN live event, 1031 Barton Street, Steelworkers Union Hall. Sad, card subject to change happened.
Yeah?
Yeah. Shooter's injured.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so things, I don't know what's going on. He said he just won't be able to.
How bad?
Significant.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's out.
In training? Or is it a work-related thing? Or?
No, it's a training kind of thing. Okay. So it's just one of those things. He, like I said, all the information came out on Monday. It was just like, shit. Damn. But I kind of expected it coming. So it's just one of those things. So show must go on. Yep. Facebook has got all the information for the GWN event. Go check that out. I think that's about it.
World of Myth magazine.
Oh, you just had the October issue come out.
Yep.
You had your movie review in it?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, Unsane.
Okay.
Excellent film. I gave it 5 stars.
Awesome.
I can be heavy-handed with my stars, I'll admit that. But when a movie hits every single box for me, like, you know, when the story's good, the acting's good, when I can find only small nitpicky things, that's a great movie for me. And it was a great experience. I love that movie. So, yeah, I'm going to give it 5 stars.
Excellent. Awesome. Unsane. All right.
Unsane.
That's at theworldofmyth.com, e-magazine. think that's about
A lot of cool stories and stuff in there. Poems.
They had a packed edition this. They say they actually had to shut the submission door.
Yeah.
Because they had that many people submitting stuff to the magazine this month, which is awesome for Dave and Stephanie because that just means that magazine's growing by leaps and bounds.
Content is good.
Absolutely. All right. So that's going to do it for another week from Dispatches from Shed Quarters. We will talk with you next week.
Bye-bye.